thank you guys for all the attention on that. That's really exciting. It's really cool that so many of you guys got inspired to create your own and you journal out of that. But yeah, so I said I would pull away from journaling just a little bit, but at the same time, October is soon, and I made the mistake of going to Michael's, and I did pick up some fun washi tapes, as well as the little stamp and a fun red stamp pad, so I can get in the spooky mood. But yeah, I had kind of changed up how I was doing my monthly/weekly journaling. It had kind of been really consistent for a while, which is why I think I wasn't as interested in doing the journaling videos as much, because it was kind of just the same thing with different themes. But I figured I would share with you guys just kind of the simple new version of my weekly setup that I have, as well as some of the stuff I've changed with the monthly plan. So as you can probably guess, it's October, so it is going to be Halloween themed. But yeah, I guess we'll just cut to the chase, and I'll kind of show you guys what I did this last month, and then get into what I'm going to do for this next month. So I kept the spread for this really simple. I just have the months, the name of the month, and then a little section for income. And I did kind of the same thing with the weekly spread. I wanted big boxes for each day so I could write a lot of stuff in there. The weekend I still kept to one box, and then a really big section for the notes, so I can put as much information down here as I really want to. So let's get on to the next month. So just like with all of my previous months, I kept to a box layout for the month. I really like this layout. I switched from doing only the days of the month to doing a full week, and then only filling in the dates in the corners. I felt like it looked a lot more organized to have all the boxes laid out, and here I just did 5 rows and 7 columns, which 4 on the first page and 3 on the second page, just to really spread things out. So for the days of the week, I found this nice rubber stamp set at Michael's, as well as this acrylic block. And I like to use this to do the names of every single day at the very top. Last month I also did the days, like the numbers of each day, but that took forever. So this month I just wanted to make things a little easier for myself and only use it for the days of the week, and then the name of the month at the top, which I will get to later. So I used my new red ink pad for this. I thought it just added a nice little pop of color at the top. And I'm going for kind of like a red, black, and gold theme. So I figured it might be nice to give the days of the week a different color than just black. So next up, I just gotta fill in the numbers for every day of October. I did make a little bit of a mistake here and get red ink all over my hand, but people make mistakes, and that's okay. And it's alright to have an imperfect spread. So next up, I wanted to use the new stamp that I got from Michael's. I'm super in love with the design, but I kind of wanted to put a nice little paper background. And everyone has been asking, this is my tape glue. This is kind of like a whiteout the way it applies, but essentially it's what it says it is. You roll it on and it becomes tape, and then you can use it to glue things down. And I just like this a lot better than a glue stick. I think it's a lot more efficient. So I also found these really cool washi tapes from Michael's. I think I'll probably be using these just in my regular spreads too, but they are perfect for this one. So just to add some little bits of decoration. I don't want to go too crazy like I have done in the past, but I still like to have something to make it a little jazzy, a little spicy. And just like I showed with last month, I like to have this little piece of paper here on the side so I can write down my income. I just kind of put down what I made, what I've spent, and then what I've saved, so I can get a good idea of how much I'm spending in a month. And then finally, of course, we have the title of the month. I used both the red and the black stamp for this one, just to kind of give it a shadowed effect, which I thought was really cool. It's kind of hard to read, but all the same. And then after that, we just got some last bit of decoration, and then this page is done. So for these next two pages, I'd really like to have some kind of habit tracker. I didn't really do one for last month just because it was a heck of a month and I did not have the energy to keep track. But this month there are some habits that I really want to make sure that I'm doing at least a few times. You know, it doesn't have to be every day or every week. I'm not looking to make a habit tracker to make myself feel bad when I don't fill it all out. But all the same, it's kind of nice to see what I was able to do. And, you know, it's always good to pat yourself on the back for the little accomplishments, and that's really what I'm making this for. So I have 6 different habits that I wanted to track, so I kind of created these mini grids for each month. I start out with the box, and then I will just draw lines on the inside to split up the days. And I don't show it till later on, but I do also like to kind of cross out the first few days that aren't actually part of October. So the first 4 days of this grid were September, and so you'll see me cross them out later on. And then after that, I just put down the title of each habit that I am trying to track, and our tracking is complete. To fill this in, I just kind of use one of my midliners and fill in each square. On the next page, I just left this entire page blank for a brain dump. I do have the notes section for every single week, but I realized that there are some things that I kind of fill in there that I would like to be able to see every single week, so that's why I created this. So I could put down video ideas, general work things I want to buy, something that I can look back on without having to kind of search through the weeks for it. Alright, so next up is the weekly spread. So essentially I'm doing the same exact thing that I did for last month. Instead of a yellow pen, I'm using a black one, just to kind of fit with the dark Halloween theme, you know? So I create these long bars across and then split them down the center of the page. Last time I kept this bottom box here entirely empty for notes, but I kind of want to split it up in 2 this time, one for notes, and then another one for kind of my daily goals, specifically for work. It really helps me to have goals written down in front of me. October spreads. I'll go ahead and give you a tour of the whole thing now, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.